दृष्टुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. We were discussing about alcohol is neutral where carboxylic acids are acidic. I have explained you this. Now question comes that why carboxylic acids are acidic? We have explained. Now will come what happens to acid strength of carboxylic acids along the homologous series. So before that, let me explain how the resonance is going to explain this. How the concept of resonance will apply to a molecule or ion due to delocalization of the pi electron produces resonating structure. Any factor which promotes the delocalization of the electron pair or the negative charge will enhance resonance, will increase the stability of the carboxylate ion. The carboxylic acids dissociate to produce carboxylate ion and H plus ion in presence of water molecule. The water molecule accepts the H plus ion producing hydronium ion. The carboxylic acid will be more acidic where the carboxylate ion is more stable. Those carboxylic acids, carboxylate ion are more stable, that carboxylic acid is more acidic. More stable means what? It will not allow, so this is a carboxylic acid, RCOH, carboxylic acid, in presence of water dissociates to produce carboxylate ion and H plus ion. So this carboxylate ion we have here RCOO minus, and this is carboxylate ion. Any fact this exhibits resonance. How? By the delocalization of the negative charge of the carboxylate ion, we get RCO minus and plus this. We got two structures now. This is structure 1 carboxylate ion and structure 2 carboxylate ion, and it has the resonance hybrid RCOO where the negative charge is neither here nor here. It is moving in between this, just like a pendulum. Just like a pendulum, when the positive charge will come to this place, the negative charge is not here. Where is the negative charge? It went to this place. But the negative charge, the proton will come here, again the negative charge is going to this place. Hence the back protonation is not possible because of the localization of the negative charge of the carboxylate ion prevents the back protonation, stabilizes the carboxylate ion, will increase the acid strength. So I want to tell in a very scientific manner, if I tell any factor which promotes the delocalization of the carboxylate ion will enhance the resonance, will increase the stability of the carboxylate ion, will increase the acid strength. Any factor which will promote the delocalization of the negative charge of the carboxylate ion will enhance the resonance, and increase the stability of the carboxylate ion, will not promote the back protonation, hence will increase the acid strength of the carboxylic acid. Any factor which will oppose the delocalization of the carboxylate ion, negative charge of the carboxylate ion will decrease the ability to exhibit a resonance, hence will contribute towards instability of the carboxylate ion, will decrease the acid strength. If the delocalization is promoted, then acid strength is increases. If this delocalization is inhibited, then then the acid strength, the stability will decrease, and strength of carboxylic acid will decrease. Keeping this in view, now let's come to the two compounds. One is called formic acid. We are comparing now the formic acid and acetic acid. If you come to formic acid, HCOH, this is the formic acid. This in presence of water, dissociates to produce the formate ion, and H plus ion. This is the formate ion and H plus ion. This is OH. So this comes to this place. This comes to this place. We get the formate ion and H plus ion. Now this formate ion is exhibiting resonance. If you come to formate ion, HCOO, negative charge. So this pair of electromagnetic effect goes to oxygen. This creates a positive charge here. To neutralize the positive charge, this gets delocalized, and we get another resonating structure of formate ion, HCO, double bond, single bond O, and here double bond O, and here the negative charge comes here, and we get this. So this is the formate ion, and its resonance hybrid is HCO, negative charge is getting delocalized here like this. So this is much, and its dissociation constant Ka comes to 17.7 into 10 to the minus 5. The dissociation constant of formate ion becomes to this. Now if we come to acetic acid, CS3, this is acetic acid, CS3, COOH, acetic acid. In presence of water, this undergoes ionic dissociation to produce acetate ion, and proton. This proton combines with H2O to produce a water molecule. Now this acetate ion we get here. Now this acetate ion, CS3, COO minus, this is the negative. So there is a tendency for this electron to go this place, and here carbon atom gets a positive charge. To neutralize this positive charge, this pair of electron comes here, and this exhibits resonance and produces another resonating structure of acetate ion, where you have the negative charge here and carbon double bond O, and this you get the resonating structure of carboxylate acetate ion, and its hybrid of resonating acetate ion is CS3, COO. So we get this as minus charge, and Ka comes here as of acetic acid comes to 1.8, almost 10 times weaker acid than the formic acid. So this is 1.8. Dissociation constant of acetic acid is 1 in 10 to the minus 5, but dissociation constant of 17.7 10 to the minus 5. What I mean to say here, that formic acid has a greater tendency to lose a proton, and the formate ion producing formate ion, then acetic acid produces acetate ion, and the formate ion is more resonance stabilized than acetic acid. That means now we will compare what is the reason. So here what happened? The stability, we can what you say, the format ion is more resonance stabilized than acetate ion. This means what? What is the reason? The format ion is more resonance than the acetate ion. Hence, the formic acid is a stronger acid than acetic acid. Now, if we can explain why the format ion is more resonance stabilized than acetate ion. If we can explain that, then our answer is over. Now, if you compare this formic acid and acetic acid, if we take the structure of, that means format, that what you mean to say, the formic acid loses proton more easily than the acetic acid does. So let us look to this part of formic acid and this part of acetic acid. This part of formic acid and this part of acetic acid are identical. But which part they differ? Here in formic acid there is a H and in acetic acid there is CH3. So the presence of CH3 causes the decrease of acid strength. If you compare the formic acid and compare the acetic acid, COH common, but what is the difference? H, and here is CH3. What is CH3? Now CH3 group is an alkyl group. What is an alkyl group? The alkyl group is an electron releasing group. We have read inductive effect. There I have told you the inductive effect also contribute towards increase of acid strength and basic strength of compound. There I have highlighted this. Now the time has come how the inductive effect will now come into picture in also deciding about the acid strength of the molecule. Now if you come to the formic acid, HCOOH, what is happening? The electron goes here and here is a positive charge, so it loses proton. Now if you come to acetic acid, CH3COOH, what is happening here? There is a tendency to go positive charge. So this carbon atom also exhibits a carbonium character, But what is the CH3 group? CH3 group is a electron releasing group. This methyl group is what? Electron releasing group. This is electron releasing. Because of electron releasing, it produces what? Plus I effect. Means some negative charge is coming to where? To this carboxyl carbon. The carboxyl carbon. Hence, this positive charge on the of acetic acid will decrease or less than that of carbon. So what do you mean say? Because of plus I effect, so here is a plus I effect. In acetate ion there is a, so this is producing acetate ion. This acetate ion, now if you come to compare the acetate ion here the methyl group is plus I effect. So it produces decrease the positive charge. So that decreases the delocalization of the negative charge of the carboxylate ion. So if I rub this and I can explain you here what is the fact, how this plus I effect is of methyl group in acetate ion opposes the delocalization of the negative charge of the carboxylate ion. If you come to format ion, this is format ion HCO minus O. And if you come to acetate ion, CH3CO minus O. So this CH3 group is an electron release. Here is a positive charge and here is a negative charge because of electromagnetic effect. Here is a positive charge, here is a negative charge because of electromagnetic effect. Now because of plus I effect of methyl group, the positive charge density at the carbon atom of acetate ion is less than that of fermate ion due to the plus I effect of methyl group. The positive charge density on the carboxyl carbon is much less or decreases than that of what? The carbon atom of the fermate ion. Hence, now if you compare the delocalization, so this delocalization, if you compare, what will happen now? So this is the negative charge, and you got, now what will happen now? So this delocalization, so this comes to this place and this comes to this place, and it is producing the one. What is this? CS3, CO, we get O and double bond O, and we get here O minus, and here the fermate ion, this O, the negative ion. So this delocalization of the negative charge is more in case of fermate ion than in case of acetate ion. Or if I put a nut and shell everything, in acetic acid, the carboxyl carbon is bonded with a methyl group which is electron releasing in nature. So because of plus I effect of the methyl group, the electron charge density moves towards carbon. Hence, the carbonium character of the carboxyl carbon of acetate ion is less than that of the fermate ion. Hence, the dissociation, the delocalization is opposing. Here, plus I effect. Here, the plus I effect of methyl group, CS3 group, opposes the delocalization of the negative charge. Hence, the resonance ability to exhibit resonance decreases. Hence, acetic acid is more than formic acid is more acidic than acetic acid. Now, if you go to the homologous of the carboxylic acid, if you come to the formic acid, to acetic acid, to propionic acid, what is happening here? So, if you come here, formic acid, there is no alkyl group, there is formic acid. If you come to acetic acid, next member, CS3COOH. If you come to propionic acid, CS3CS2COOH. So what is happening here? Now the alkyl group is increasing. The bulk of alkyl group is increasing. So this CS3 in propionic acid, here is a plus I effect. Now again this CS2 group has a plus I effect. So we will have two plus I effect on the carbon atom. Plus I effect due to methyl group plus I effect of this group. So twice the will decrease. But in here once it will decrease. If you go to butyric acid again, the same thing happens. It increases. So as we go along the homologous of the carboxylic acid, we find the acid strength of the carboxylic acid decreases because of the plus I effect of the carbon plus I effect of the alkyl groups. Hence here the plus I effect and both resonance, they are explaining the acid strength of the carboxylic acid. Now if you come, the one thing I was telling you children, that this also explains you the bond length, this resonance, how it explains the, if you come to the formic acid, in formic acid, if you have this, now this bond length is 1.23 angstrom minute. Carbon oxygen double bond length is 1.23 angstrom minute. And this bond length, carbon oxygen bond length is 1.37 angstrom minute. That means two carbon oxygen, here is a carbon oxygen, here is a carbon oxygen. So this bond is a sigma bond and this bond is a pi bond, and the CO bond length is 1.23 angstrom minute, whereas CO bond length in this bond length is 1.37 angstrom minute. The moment you come to formate ion, HCOO, this is the formate ion, we have the formate ion. So what is happening here? Now there is a delocalization taking place between this delocalization taking place. This bond length is 1.27 angstrom minute and this bond length is 1.23 0.27 angstrom unit. So because of delocalization, so that means here this bond is not single bond double bond, this bond is not single bond double bond, but it is a intermediate between single bond and double bond. So both the carbon oxygen bond lengths are equal, because very frequently, just like a simple pendulum, you have studied in physics practical, you have done an experiment, simple pendulum. So the pendulum you are hanging the pendulum, just you give it is oscillating like this. You are calculating the time period and you are doing LT graph. Or if you go to a wall clock, you will see that wall clock gives you correct time in which the pendulum of the wall clock oscillates very uniformly. The moment there is an ununiform movement to left side and right side, automatically the time given by the wall clock will be slow or will be fast. So here it oscillates equally. Here also the negative charge oscillates between two oxygen atoms because of the oscillation of the negative charge, constant oscillation of negative charge, that is called delocalization. The carbon oxygen bond is neither single bond nor double bond, hence the bond length is 1.27. So here resonance explains the bond length of the molecule. I was giving one how this concept of resonance helps us. So to know if a question comes to you in an entrance exam, then think what type of theory I will apply here. So the moment to write this structure, you have a double bond in conjugation with a lone pair of electron, resonance. If you have alkyl group or this group, so then this. Now we'll come to thing, if the carboxyl carbon is bonded to a electron attracting group, what will happen to the acid strength of the carboxylic acid? If you take acetic acid, treat with chlorine, it will give you CS2Cl-COH, monochloroacetic acid. Then if you allow the chlorine to react, it forms dichloroacetic acid. If we allow the acetic acid to react, then it produces trichloroacetic acid. For example, I am writing this here. If you chem CS3COOH, acetic acid, if you treat this with chlorine, allow the chlorine to react, this is CS2COH, the monochloroacetic acid. Again the chlorine reacts to form dichloroacetic acid. And if we allow the chlorine to react, then this produces trichloroacetic acid. Trichloroacetic acid. So what will happen to acid strength? That is the thing we are going to discuss. So the trichloroacetic acid is more stronger than the dichloroacetic acid, more stronger than monochloroacetic acid, more stronger than acetic acid. This is a question. So if you come to here, the trichloroacetic acid, Cl3COH, is more stronger than CHCl2COH, is more stronger than CH2Cl-COH, is more stronger than acetic acid. Why this happens? Now the moment such a question comes to us, just to write the structure of, first compare the acetic acid with the monochloro, compare this and this two. The acid strength increases with increase of the number of carbon atoms at the alpha carbon atom of acetic acid. If you do that, then how will you say, what is this? CS3COH. Now if you come to monochloroacetic acid, Cl, CS2COOH. So this is more stronger than this. That means what? It has a stronger tendency to lose proton than acetic acid. Monochloroacetic acid has a strong tendency to lose proton than acetic acid. If we can prove, then our answer is correct. So children, always remember the question lies in the answer lies in the question. The Always the answer lies in the question. So if you go on repeating the question, the wonderful organ the God has given us, the human brain, which He has prepared the computers, gives the solution to many impossible things. So your mind will accept that question, and ultimately find the answer. Now if you come to this, what is happening here? CS3. What is here? There is an inductive effect acting upon the C, and there is a drift of electron. So here is a positive charge, here is a negative charge, here is a positive charge. But the moment you come to the monochloroacetic acid, this carbon atom is called alpha carbon atom. And what is chlorine? Chlorine is a electron attracting group. The electronegativity of chlorine is 3 and electronegativity of carbon is 2.5. The chlorine is an electron attracting group. So it will attract the electron pair towards it. As a result, this chlorine gets delta negative charge and this gets delta positive charge. This carbon atom gets positive charge. So to get this positive charge, there will be a tendency to come. So here it will carry a positive charge. And so the carboxyl carbon, if you come here is a positive charge, but this carboxyl carbon will have 2 delta positive charges, where this carboxyl carbon will have 1 positive charge. So because of this, there is a positive charge. Because of electromagnetic effect, we will have positive charge. And because of the minus I effect, the carboxyl carbon will have 2 positive charges. The carboxyl carbon will have positive charges. Hence what will happen? So this proton will go more easily. This proton will lose more easily than the acetic acid. Or we can say chloroacetate ion is more resonance stabilized than the acetate ion. Due to what? Because of the Banach effect of the chlorine atom, the positive charge density at the carbon atom of the carboxyl group increases, which promotes the loss of proton more easily. So the chloroacetate ion, if we come to here, Cl, CS2, CO, we got this negative charge. So we got we have this. So what will happen now? Since there is a drift of electron taking place, here is a positive charge, and there is a drift of electron taking place, here is a positive charge. So this negative charge of the carboxyl ion will come here more easily than earlier. So it will promote the resonance. So I told you, any factor which promotes the delocalization of the negative charge will enhance the resonance, will increase the stability, will contribute towards the acid strength of the carboxylate ion. In chloroacetate ion, the carbon atom, alpha carbon atom, is bonded to chlorine. Because of the minus I effect of the chlorine, the positive charge density at the carboxyl carbon increases, which promotes the delocalization, enhances the resonance of the carboxylate ion. So the chloroacetate ion is more resonance stabilized than the acetate ion. Hence, chloroacetic acid loses proton more easily than this. So that is the way how you can explain the acid strength. If you come to dichloroacetic acid, there are 2 chlorine atoms. So the minus I effect, plus I effect, here there is a minus I effect is twice. So the delocalization is more. And if you come to trichloroacetic acid, because of this, here is a plus I effect, minus I effect, it is a minus I effect, decreasing. Because of minus I effect, negative, so because of the negative effect, the positive charge density is increasing here, and which promote the delocalization. So trichloroacetate ion is more resonance stabilized than the dichloroacetate ion, is more resonance stabilized than the chloroacetate ion than the acetate ion. Hence, trichloroacetic acid is more acidic then dichloroacetic acid is more acidic than chloroacetic acid is more than the acetic acid. So any factor which promotes the delocalization of the negative charge increases acid strength. Any factor which opposes the delocalization of the negative charge of the carboxylate ion decreases the acid strength. So these two factors look to their plus I effect minus I effect, and we can nitro group will do that. Iodine, any that nuclear fuel complex head office Pune, I told you the negative minus I effect groups. So those groups, when they are bonded to the alpha carbon atom of the carboxylic acid, there will be a increase of acid strength. If you increase the bulk of alkyl group due to plus I effect, the delocalization will be opposed and will increase the acid strength. So when we will discuss very detail, when we will very soon we are going to discuss preparation and properties of carboxylic acid, there I will discuss very vividly this. I am just explaining you resonance, how resonance contributes to acid strength and basic strength of the molecule. Next class I will be discussing to you the phenol. I will write the phenolic structure and resonating structures of phenol. Then I will write the phenol is acidic. Why phenol is acidic? And between alcohol and phenol, which is more acidic. That I will discuss in our next class. So children, I say you that viewers, you subscribe our channel by pressing the bell button, and so that, and you have a like for our channel, and the moment I upload my next class, it will come to you directly. Thank you very much for viewing our channel.